Ancient Egyptians believed that once you died, your soul would live on, but to live on properly it needed to be able to reanimate your body in the form of your body or statues and paintings. This is why mummification was so important, so that your body would be preserved and your soul would have a house for the hereafter. Mummification was carried out by special priests and embalmers who would work on the body, and some of them had very specialized jobs, the ones who made the cuts or the ones who were doing the bandaging, but it was quite a large brotherhood of priests and workers. The first thing that one did for mummification, in classic mummification, was to remove the brain, and this was done by inserting a very sharp object up the nostril, hitting it so that it would break in through the ethmoid bone and into the cranium. Then they'd poke round and be able to make the brain to mush, and then they'd remove the brain by teasing it out with a hooked instrument through the nostrils and sort of patting the head violently till the brain came out. Then they'd sort of pour liquid resin into the brain cavity, because this is what would prevent any bacteria from growing. Once the brain had been disposed of, the body would be cut here. There'd be a small cut on the left-hand side, and the embalmers would remove the lungs, the liver, the stomach, and the intestines. The heart would be left in place, because for the ancient Egyptians the heart was the most important organ. That's where your soul resided. This is where everything that had to do with you as a being was. The body then was wrapped, after it was being oiled and unguents were applied so it would smell nice. Then it was wrapped up in bandages with amulets placed for protection throughout, and then it was put into a coffin and buried. You can really compare mummies to beef jerky, and in fact when the pharaohs came back from Luxor to Cairo once they'd been discovered, they were greeted all the way down the Nile with great applause, but when they got to the port of Bulag they had to be taxed, and in fact instead of beef jerky they came in as salted fish, because it was the same thing, preserved meat.